Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This week, the series is going to be on the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. I love this set. You're probably really familiar with seeing videos of the sunflower set and how to use those. But I am going to start off with the I'm going to call it the herringbone pattern. I'm not entirely sure if that's what it is. Please feel free to tell me what it is in the comments if I've got that wrong. But I'm using two different colors and moving the mask to get two colors in the background. I've used one of the Stylish Shapes square dies on point to get the greeting in the front. And I have paired it up here with the Layering Leaves stamp set and the punch. So let's get started on how I did this. I have already used my blending brush and the bubble bath ink to do one layer because watching me stencil this is like watching paint dry. So I've already done the one, so you can see I've got it here. Now I'm going to offset the stencil to cover up what I've already done. I want to essentially mask the bubble bath pieces that I've already done, and then go ahead and go over it. In this case, I'm using Smoky Slate. In the example, I use soft seafoam. I really like how it looks together, but I thought I'd try something different for the actual demo video. And again, in comments, you can let me know which one you like. So what I'm doing is I'm taking just that little bit of ink off first, like we normally do. I didn't do it in the example, and some of the spots are quite kind of muddy looking in the example. So I thought I would just get some of the ink off. You're still going to get little bits of variation in the distribution of the ink. That's to be expected when you're using your blending brushes. Just keep on, I'm working kind of in stripes, like kind of doing a couple of rows at a time, coming back and forth, and just making sure I've got good coverage, and then I'll probably just go around the edges again before I take the mask off. So lots and lots of new people commenting and subscribing this week. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate when you take the time to comment on one of my videos. So not only have you spent the time to watch the video, but you've actually taken the time to comment. And that, it makes my heart so happy when I see your comments, your ideas, your suggestions, and how you would use the example that I've made. So I really appreciate your feedback. I do answer every comment, and I really value your ideas. So let's take this off. I've just used washi tape on here just to hold it down. And you'll notice, I don't know if you can see it, but there's ink on the stencil. So you just need to wipe that off when you're done. But this is the result. Again, a little bit muddy where it's a little bit more ink than other areas. I have got, on this one, I've got a Smoky Slate card base. I wanted to see what the difference was between using a bubble bath card base and using the Smoky Slate card base. So maybe if I do that. The Smoky Slate definitely has, it sombers it down a little bit. So if you wanted to use this as a sympathy card, you could just do a with sympathy greeting, and you could do the same thing. Just takes the bright and the happy off of it. So I'm going to continue with this and do the same card, but just with a different background. But this is how you can use color to kind of create a mood. We all have our favorite colors that really perk us up and really get us going. And then we have other kind of color combinations that we recognize as just that little bit more somber. So I dimensionalized the greeting, and I put, excuse me, I put the dimensionals kind of in a cluster in the middle because I'm going to be slipping some leaves that I punched out using the layering leaves punch to slide underneath. So I've stamped in the bubble bath, So Happy to Celebrate You, and I'm just popping that down there. And I've got 2 each of the colors, so you can just see how it goes. And I think this is a little bit, for my taste, it's a little bit somber for a birthday card, but you could definitely use it as a sympathy card, or if you've got somebody who absolutely loves this kind of color combination, absolutely. So I'm just slipping these under here, just kind of, I don't want my little tails to show, so I'm just tucking in like that. And you can use, if you want to stick these down completely, you could put an adhesive sheet on the back before you punch out your shapes. But I kind of like it when the just the stems are tucked down, and it kind of lifts from the page. So I got this far with the other one, and I thought, that's just a little bit kind of plain. So I took, you know what I'm like with making my own bling, I took the adhesive backed glitter sequins that are in the new catalog. They're in the mini, and I colored them with a dark bubble bath blender. Now I dabbed it because these are glittery. They're a little bit like sandpaper. They're not smooth. So I just dabbed so I didn't destroy the brush end of my blend. And I just put one in each corner. And I think this really, really levels up the card. You obviously wouldn't necessarily do this on a sympathy card, but for a birthday card, I think it works really, really well. So there's our 2 versions. You can let me know which one you prefer in the comments. And having done this one, again, a bit more somber, I think I really prefer the one with the soft sea foam as opposed to the smoky slate. But again, the smoky slate might have its place as a sympathy card or something like that. And then you could just tone down the colors here and then maybe not do the bling. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.